She's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music.
So this is my parking garage, Lord Jesus. This is my apartment complex, is what I should have said. So y'all see all this snow? Yeah. This is the snow that we got. And that's my mailbox, which I'm not stopping at today. At all. You see all that? Can you see all that, people? Speed bump. So, yeah. That's the snow that we got. You saw yeah. This is what we got. This is what we got. Then, let me show y'all what I had to dig myself up out of. So that's where my car was. So that's how much snow I had to walk through. And that's how much snow was on the cars. Now I'm back home. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I do not like this lipstick, but I don't feel like changing it. So, y'all gonna have to suffer through this. I ordered Rihanna's Fenty Beauty. And it is like an orangish color. But I think because my skin tone is lighter, it doesn't look as good as I want it to look. It doesn't look horrible, but like I would never wear this out in public. I really bought lipstick to wear just to do reviews, but I don't think y'all gonna see this color again. But y'all gonna see in this review because I don't feel like wiping it off. So I wanted to get that out the way. Like, why the fuck is she wearing that ugly ass lipstick? Because I ain't feel like wiping it off, and I don't like it either, so just deal with that. But anywho, thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is my review. Now, see, we had a snowstorm. As y'all, I'm gonna probably put some footage of the snow here. We had a snowstorm Friday, so you know I've been basically cabin fever. So I was catching up on some shows people had mentioned that I should check out or whatever. Love After Lockup, baby. This, yes, I'm going to review this show. I'm going to do each episode today. So it'll be up. Well, I'm only going to do the first 3 episodes. I watched 3 episodes. No, I watched all 5. But I only took notes for 3. And the other 2 I watched and I was halfway asleep. So I'll do those probably tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, Love After Lockup, it comes on, I think, WeTv. And this show, first of all, if you don't know what the show is, if you have not heard about it, it's a show on We, and it's literally about people who are dating people who are in prison, and some of them met them while they were in prison, and I'm just like, I cannot believe that this fuckery is going on. So it's just hilariously funny. And I'm going to go couple by couple. I'm going to review this one kind of how I review Teen Mom, when I go like person by person, because I don't want to do the whole show like down in the row and back and forth. No. So the first couple we see is Scott. Now Scott is 49. Scott, and then it's Elizabeth, who is 39. Now they met on something called inmate.com. I didn't even know such things existed. So on this show I found out that there are like pen pal websites where I guess people in prison are able to find pen pals, and people outside of prison can find people in prison to talk to. But why you want to talk to somebody in prison? Like, you know, I mean, I get you don't want the person in prison to not have, you know, communication with people on the outside, but okay, if you like it, I love it. Now, Elizabeth has been in jail for 8 years. I'm like, what? Just the audacity. 8 years? So they have been talking for 2 years. She's been in jail for 8 years. The last 2 years, they have been dating and they are engaged and they want to get married. And she's supposed to get out in 3 weeks. And he's also happy. And I'm like, now Scott he's a white man. Elizabeth, who they call Lizzie, she's black, and she was thirst trapping on this damn inmate website because her photos were straight thirst traps, boobs a little bit out. She, dressed up provocatively. I'm like, who took these pictures in prison? Like, how these pictures get on the prison website? Like, I'm very confused. And his son does not like her. It looks as if she's like tricking him, because he says like, he said, well, yeah, when we first was talking, I found out that she was talking to other guys and she was getting money from all these guys and they were all tricks, and I was one of her tricks. And then eventually she told me about it and I stopped being a trick and we fell in love and now we're gonna be together. And I'm like, no, you still a trick, you just don't know it. Tricks on you. And I'm like, she's like, no, I'm not tricking you anymore, baby. I love you, baby. It's the weirdest thing. They don't look like they will be a match. He reminds me of this kind of a hillbilly type guy, or like even like an outdoorsy type of dude, and she does not like that. I'm like, she's clearly using him for money. I don't care what he say. So that's the start of their little thing. I mean, it's just weird because why would you want to be with someone, been dating someone for 2 years, and he go visit her in prison and everything. He sends her money, and when she comes home, she's gonna move in with him. It's just all this. I just can't. How can you continue to date someone who told you when I first was dating you was a trick, and now I was getting money from everybody, including you, and now I'm just using you, but now I want to be with you? Bitch, what? I hate this lipstick. I really, really do. The next couple we see, Garrett is 24, Johne is 26. Now this couple she's a white girl, he's a white guy, and he's cute. Okay, he's cute, but he's an immature cute. He's cute to the aspect of he needs to grow up. Like, once he hit like 35, he gonna be something to reckon with. Okay, once he get his teeth whitened a little bit and things like that. But he's really, you know what I'm saying, he's a handsome little fella or whatever. They've been dating for 4 years. He's been in jail for 6 years. Again, they met on the website, and she keeps saying they engaged, but he hasn't proposed and he doesn't have a ring, so I don't know what that's supposed to be. And she came across his mugshot on some website and thought he was on the prison website, on the little pen pal website, thought it was cute and sent him a letter. And they started talking, and they had been in a relationship for 4 years while he's been in prison, and he's getting out. Now, this girl was so in love with this man that she was like, he not going to be able to. I can't do this lipstick no more. Hold on. And now I'm back. Okay, y'all know I love the red lip, so we're gonna stick with the red lip and let it be what it's gonna be. So yeah, she is so in love with this man that she like, okay, when he get out of jail or out of prison, he won't be able to run the house because he's a felon or he's on probation, he's on parole. So she went and bought a house for them to live in, and I'm like, girl, you don't buy no house for no man who you ain't ever been with besides in prison. That shit's stupid. And, her father does not want her to marry him. Her father thinks it's a horrible idea. And, he like, you basically living in a dream. Because she like, oh my God, it's going to be peaches and rainbows. And when he get out, we're going to be in love. We're going to spend all this time together. He made me all these promises. We're going to get engaged. We're going to get married. She's literally living in this whole little fantasy world. Her father like, you is really crazy for this. So, and she keeps saying, like, I read, because they said, I don't know who the fuck they is. They said anybody who was locked up for a while, if they get out and they get married within the first 60 days, then, at least it's less of a chance that they'll go back to jail. Girl, Pola Tink Tink, she just so stupid. She's just so naive and thinks they said, because that's what they said. That don't mean, you know how many people done got married in prison and went back to jail? Girl, shut the hell up. So, but again, she like, I know it's gonna be great. I bought new sheets. You know, he's gonna love this new bed. He gonna love a new bed because it's not a cot. So, oh my God, it's just so crazy. So it's the day he getting out. She all dressed up. You know, she bought him some clothes. And she's like, I can't find a folder. She has a folder for all the stuff, or like all the programs he's completed while he's been locked up. Oh my God, I can't find it. I've had it sitting here this whole time, and I can't find it. And if I can't find it, they might send him to a halfway house where he would have to do the things he's already done. She ends up finding the fucking folder that she actually had in her closet under some shoes. Who puts that kind of fucking girl? Okay, if you say so. So, you know, she go to pick him up, and at first she's nervous because again, they've never met outside of jail. Okay, she has visited him in jail, but they have never like been together outside of prison. So she's nervous. So when she sees him, he gets out of jail. This is their first real life interaction. So he come out of jail. He dressed up, you know, like in the clothes that she bought him. And again, he's cute. And she run up and kiss him and stuff. And they all, oh my God, I love you. Oh, I love you too, baby. I love you too, baby. I'm like, these people is kind of crazy. And, you know, he cute or whatever. You know, she on a red dress. And she will have a red outfit too. Like, they matchy. And, you know, first of all, he was in jail for robbery and drug charges. He went to jail when he was like 18. So he was a kid, you know, kid doing dumb shit or whatever. Well, you can't be done robbing people. But yeah, he's been in jail since he was 18. He's not 24. And he went in the kid. That boy, baby. And all he want to do is go have sex. He's like, you know, I've been locked up for a long time. You know, I ain't had him in a long time. And I'm ready to get home my girl, you know what I'm saying? And do some things. So that was, all of this is the start of their show. So you have to wait. See my next video because it's all episode by episode. We see Lamar and Andrea. Now Lamar and Andrea's 37 and Lamar is 40. They are both black. Andrea lives in Utah. He's in prison in California. Again, she met him on some kind of prison website. Now she has 3 kids and has 2 full-time jobs. Her kids are like 5, 14, and 12, or maybe 5, 15, and 12. But those, you know, those are the ages. And, you know, she thinks that this guy, Lamar, is her soulmate, even though he has been locked up in jail for 18 years. Yes, people, you heard me right. He's been locked up for 18 years. And he was in prison for armed robbery. This man has been in jail he's been in jail so long that everything is different. At 18 years, I graduated from high school 18 years ago. And 18 years ago, we didn't really have good cell phones. You didn't have camera phones. It's just you had beepers back then. You had, you know, like Nextels and stuff. It was a completely different era in technology. So I'm like, he is literally from a whole different era. Like, really is. And they met online 6 years ago. So he's been in jail 18 years. They have been talking together while he's been in prison for 6 years. And she's went to visit. But I'm like, you live in Utah and he in Cali. You've been traveling to Cali to visit this man in prison. Girl, I just, you know, and she's Mormon. Now, I don't know exactly what being Mormon means. So I'm not going to say what it could be, should be, it might not be. But she keeps saying how, you know, she can't have sex before marriage. I know that they don't drink, and they have to, like, watch. There's different things about being Mormon. I don't know exactly what it is, but she's Mormon. And she's like how, she said they're getting married in a month because he's getting out of jail within a couple days. And her friends think he lives in Canada, and that's why he's not there, because he lives in Canada. Nope, he's in prison, okay? And these are her Mormon friends. And, you know, we then see her out shot. She went and bought this man a car. She bought him a car because he kept on saying he wanted to be out and he wanted to have his own car so he can get around. She bought this man a car. And I'm like, girl. They're both black, by the way. So, yeah. We see Andrea going her bridal shower. Now, only one of her friends know that the man she's marrying is in prison, and she think the girl dumb too. But then again, the friend is a 40-year-old virgin. So my thing is, y'all both trying to get some dick, and that's what it's gonna be. But at the bridal shower, her other friend, now just so happens, all the other ladies at this bridal shower happen to be white. And I don't mean to make this a race thing, but when her one friend, I think the one friend name was AJ, when they talked to her and she said, I always wanted a black friend, and Andrea, she's my black friend. Really, bitch? Really? She irked my nerves from that point on, point blank to the period. So, you know, at the bridal shower, I like talking about him, asking, is he a good person? And, you know, is he a good person? Is he going to treat you right? And when you're going to meet him? Where is he from? Blah, blah, blah. So the friend who know he's in prison is like, girl, just spit it out. Just tell him to spit it out. She's like, okay, you know how, sister, something about in whatever Mormon Bible, how someone is held in captivity. And they're like, he's being held in captivity? And her friend said, no, girl, he's in prison. I'm like, y'all is crazy. And they're like, what? Are you serious? Now, they're all shocked. Now, the one bitch, AJ, who I don't like already, it's like, I can't believe you're marrying someone in prison. Like, did he kill someone? Did he like, touch a woman? Like, did he do something to some kids? I'm like, damn, bitch. Now, I think they did say, well, how long he's been in there? And she said it's been over 10 years. Again, but there, you know, you had some who was shocked, but this AJ bitch was being petty and was being just downright rude. You know, she then said, oh, did he get you that ring from the gumball machine? See, me and AJ would have had a goddamn fight. We would have been rumbling in the goddamn streets. Bitch, don't do that. Don't do that. Because you ain't been had no snap remarks. Don't start them today. And she's upset. She's like, you know what? I'm going to leave because I don't have time. So she leaves because she pissed off because her friends are saying bullshit to her. And it's not even the friends. It was the one girl, AJ. Even the old lady there who said, you know, everyone, you know, every sinner has his past. Everybody has their cross. There's something about how, you know, everyone makes mistakes, basically. You have to just let them pay their debt to society and let it be what it is. And that's true. You know, when a man committed a crime, he did 18 years in prison. You know, he served his time. He should be able to get out and have a life. You just can't date me for 6 years that you're in prison and get out and have a life with me. That's not going to happen. So, and it's funny because when she was leaving, bring me my kids. And I'm like, why did you leave without your kids? Like, you can go get your own kids and then leave. You don't have to leave without, she was crying. I just feel this is stupid. You know, even though he's in prison, you know, I still feel like I should have the right to be happy. And no one should try to be disrespectful to me. And they should respect me and let me be happy. I completely agree. But again, girl, you left your kids there. Because she was walking out saying, give me my kids. Bring me my kids. Get your own kids, girl. Andrea, you need a girl. It was just so funny because she was in her car crying like, I just want to be happy and I love him. He's my soulmate. And, you know, I just think my friend should be happy for me. If you say so, girl. So that was another thing. Now, the last couple we see on this particular episode is James, who's 35, and Alla, who's 27. Now, Alla is 27. She's also Russian, and she has been in jail for 5 years for possession and distribution of heroin. When they said that she was in jail, when I heard her age, that she was 27, and she'd been in jail for 5 years, I said, and they said distribution and possession of heroin. I said, nah. She was on heroin and had heroin on her, and her lawyer said, you will do better just saying that you was dealing it versus being high. And they sent her to jail. She was a heroin addict, okay? And we found that out pretty soon. You know, he also met her online. She used to be a model. She's really pretty. She's a pretty, blonde, blue-eyed, Russian model girl who was on heroin, and she's a drug addict, but she was in prison for all these years, and now she's clean. And they have been talking for roughly like 9 months. So it has been as long as the other couples on the show. Now, he's a former Marine, and first of all, James has crazy eyes. And when I say he has crazy eyes, I mean he looks like the kind, you know how some people who have served our country come back and have temper issues. His eyes to me look like he might get mad sometimes, and when he get mad, he might snap. He has crazy eyes to me, but he also seems really nice. So I'm torn to think, should this nice Marine man who has crazy eyes date this Russian former heroin addict who's in prison for 5 years? I don't know. So, but he's in love with her. He wants to marry her. They're all so happy. And she's getting out tomorrow, the next day. So he's having to drive to where she was. And he like he wants to marry her and everything. Like, he's just like, I love her, she's great. I haven't told my family about her because, well, I haven't told my family where she is because I don't want them to judge her before they meet her. Like, only his best friend know that she's in prison, and even he thinks it's a dumbass idea. Like, you don't know her, don't you want to get to know her first outside of prison before you commit yourself to her? And because he's from Chicago and she lives wherever else, so you got a prison, you can't just like move to different states or whatever. So he would have to wait for her to even be eligible to move to Chicago. And so it's just weird because her parents, her parents gonna go pick her up from prison because she doesn't want me to see her fresh out of prison and like prison stuff, or with prison over her, or whatever. I don't know. So her parents are gonna pick her up. They're gonna take her back to her house, to her parents' house. Her mom's friend's gonna do her hair, like a whole thing. And I'm like, I mean, he's visited you in prison. He know what you look like already. But I'm just like, I just want to have a life with him, and get out probation and just be with him. And she gets out. Her parents can pick her up. She's very, very happy. Truth be told, she looks like she used to be on heroin. She looks like she used to be on drugs. And I don't mean that even in she looked like a drug addict type of way, but she do look like a former drug addict who did deteriorate too much, with her looks or whatever. And cause she was like, I was modeling or whatever. I got involved with some guys and they were doing heroin, so I ended up being addicted to heroin, for a couple of years, and then ended up going to prison for it. And I'm like, girl, it's just these people, because each couple, the person who was except for like Scott and Lizzie, who was the first person I talked about, but all the other ones, like, they all like really, oh my god, I love this, like, they really like in love. I barely like people I see in everyday life, and these folks is in love with prison people, and I'm just confused. So this was the introduction of the show. It's a really good ratchet, not even ratchet, it's just like, really? Like, these are people's real lives. Like, episode 1 was like an introduction thing, but episode 2, 3, 4, and 5, bitch. So I'm gonna end it right here so I can go on to get up on my notes for episode 2. So hope you guys check it out. So I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Until 5 minutes from now. Peace.